Welcome to the final lecture of the 451 class. This is week 11, lecture 11B, and we're going to be looking at some simple economic analysis. Now, the reason that this is added in here is if you're ever considering taking the Certified Energy Management or Manager exam, this is one section located in it. It's also a handy tool to use even in your own life. But basically it's simple financial analysis. So the simple financial analysis is basically a financial story problem. Within the problem there's 5 variables, typically, with only one unknown. So that's what we're going to be dealing with here. We have 5 variables. We have one unknown. Now, the variables can include the present value, something that we know, or whatever is today. We have a future value. We have a monthly value. We have an interest rate. And we have the number of years something's going to happen. Now, the problem used for these variables, they'll always give you the interest rate, and the number of years will always be given. So the number of years. So you'll be given one of the remaining variables. You'll need to solve for one, and then one variable is not needed. So out of the 5 variables, you're going to be given interest rate and the number of years. You won't need one variable, which leaves 2 variables. You're going to be given one and you have to solve for one. So that's how these work. Here's an example problem. I have a rooftop unit that's going to last 15 years. At the end of this life, it's expected that a new rooftop will cost $35,000 to replace. How much money should a company deposit today in account, paying 12% a year, in order to have the $35,000 in 15 years. So this is the example of a story problem you can expect on the CEM exam. So here's the steps to take to solve this. First of all, you should list all the information. I typically put the 5 variables in order on a piece of paper. This is present value, the annual amount, a future value, the interest rate, and the number of years. And again, remember, you're always going to have interest rate in the number of years. In the problem we just looked at, we want to know how much we have to deposit today. So that's the variable we're looking for, the present value. In other words, today, how much money do I have to go down and put in a bank? I don't care how much money I'm making a year, so that's not needed in this problem. That's the annual amount. But what they want to know is how much I'm going to have to put in a bank today to make sure that after a certain number of years, that future value is equivalent to $35,000. So I know the future value. The future value is $35,000. They gave me an interest rate of 12%, and they gave me the number of years that I have to do it in 15. So basically, if we look at all these variables, I know F, and I need to find P. I know F, I know the future value, I need to find the present value. So I can set the equation up. To solve for P, present value, I have to take F, my future value, and multiply by something called P over F. And if you look at that, the F cancels out, and I'm left with P. This P over F value is actually a looked up value from something called time value money tables or future value money tables, which we're going to look at in a second. So what I have to do to get this value, I have to go to the proper interest rate table, 12. I have to pick the right number of years, and then I have to find the P over F value for this. So I have to go to this time value of money table for 12%, so it's 12%. Like I said before, I have to find P. I'm given F. Find P, given F, which will give me the P over F value. I slide down. This is the number of years. I go down to 15 years. And that P over F number is 0.1827. 0.1827. So when I go back to the formula, I take my future value that I want, multiply it by the 0.1827 from the table, and my present value I get is actually $6,394.50. This is what I'm going to have to take down to the bank today, or wherever, invest it, and at 12% interest in 15 years, that's going to end up with $35,000 after 15 years. Anyway, that's how this works. So basically, if I have 3 different variables, I can only have 6 different situations. So I can know the present, or P, to find the future, F. I can know the present and need to find the annual, so I know P, find A. I can know F, or future, to find P. I can know F to find A, the annual amount. I can know A to find P, and I can know A to find F. So those are the 6 different situations. And I simply pick the right interest rate and the right column from the interest rate to find the number to plug into that formula. So the equations. If I know P to find F, this is the equation that's used. If I know P to find A, that's the equation, and so forth. And the basic time value of money tables are located at the end of the lecture notes. So I included all the common time value of money tables for some of the common interest rates. Now, if you take the CEM exam, they actually give you the time value of money table for the problem that they're going to be giving you on the exam. At least that's what they did when I took the CEM exam. This ends lecture 11B. You now can proceed to assessment 11. Thank you.